Hi, this is Matt Kendall. I'm just speaking to Meg today, just to basically do a bit of a testimony, a bit of a case study about using IEMT on quite quite a severe incident that's actually happened, and basically how we use some IEMT over the phone as well, using a screen, and just to see what happened. So, hi Meg, how are you doing today?
I'm a lot better for seeing you. Thank you.
Cool. So we spoke on, it's Friday today, Friday the 30th of November. We spoke, was it Tuesday?
Yes.
So we spoke on Tuesday. So before we get into what we did, what was what happened? Why was it you actually needed to see me?
I was traumatized by an incident that happened. Somebody came into my house. I was sleeping alone in my bed. I was naked. I woke up. Somebody was standing over me. I started screaming, put his hand over my mouth. He threatened me. He told me he had a knife. He was going to hurt me. He got money from me. He left the apartment, and from then on, I've had problems sleeping in my own bed, being in my house alone. Before this, I was a very confident person that
Mm.
actually loved my own company and being on my own. And he took that from me, the fear of being alone in my own house, trying to sleep in my own bed, in my bedroom where it
Mm.
happens. So I was suffering a lot.
Yeah. So, and how long ago was it? It's about 3 weeks or something, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So for 3 weeks, so this incident happened. This guy broke into your house,
Hmm.
um, covered your mouth, said he had a knife, threatened to hurt you, stole money off you, and then went. And then since then, you're having problems sleeping. You kept seeing it. You're having. What?
Yeah, I wake up in the middle of the night, particularly um, at 3 in the morning, because the incident happened at
Mm,
so I would wake up at 3 in the morning with flashbacks, and I don't know, I guess you'd call them night terrors.
mm,
I got to the point where I dreaded going to sleep. I dreaded knowing that I'm going to wake up at 3 in the morning and this is
mm,
going to happen. But I couldn't stop it happening.
mm.
Telling me to pull. I wish, I'm a strong person. I wish I could have pulled myself together, but I couldn't.
Okay, so you're saying because you're a very strong person, very confident person, and this happened out of left field and completely shook you.
Hmm.
Completely shook your confidence, completely. Um, which is, obviously this can happen when people have been like attacked or raped or in an accident, of any sort of description. Life could be going fine, and then something big like this happens just completely unexpected. And you don't know how to deal with it because usually, if you're in control of life, you're in control of things, really. So you've been having anxiety. Were you having any panic attacks at all, or?
But always at night, always, or I'm
Okay.
fine when it's daylight, or, it didn't manifest itself in any other way. I wasn't scared to go out or walk home in the dark or anything, because that wasn't where it happened. It was
It
going
was at home.
to sleep. That's where, in my bedroom. And I couldn't shake that image. I just couldn't shake it.
So you had this image, and the image was of him in front of you, wasn't it?
Above me, when I
Above you.
can't sleep without lying down. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
But every time I lay down, I could open my eyes and see him standing above me.
Yeah. Which is obviously harrowing thing. So we just did like a video call like this on Tuesday, and
Mhm.
I decided to see if we could do something there and then, rather than book you in for sessions and do that. We said, right, I'm going to, because had you heard of IEMT, or no, you've researched the MDR, hadn't you?
I had researched EMDR because, as I said, I know I'm a confident person. I
Mm.
normally get up and get over things. And in my head, what I thought I needed was, I didn't need in depth counseling.
Yeah.
I needed a way to get rid of what was in my head. I didn't need to go back to my childhood or this, that, or
No.
this. I needed a way to sort out what happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you had these images in your head and you're having bad sleep. And so I said, let's try something. I'm just having a drink. And so we did some IEMT on, because you had applied to do therapy, but it was like a really long waiting list, wasn't it? If that's correct.
Yeah. It's incredibly frustrating trying to get seen. That it's literally, you have to be a danger to yourself or others. Otherwise you are not a priority. But in my head, the longer this went on, the more there would be a chance of something. I just needed.
Yeah. Because you're taking time off work.
Yeah.
You weren't enjoying life, essentially.
No, and I was scared to be in my, as I said, I kept dreading having to go to sleep.
So we did this session. We did about 20 minutes, wasn't it? It wasn't very long.
Unbelievably quick.
And so I did these eye movements with you on that image and on the issue. What was it like?
I kind of didn't really understand what was going on because I could feel a lightning. I could feel the image going away, but I didn't know how you were doing it, but I just knew you did, which is, and you don't believe that somebody could just do that, like I'm talking to you right now over a phone. No hours of counselling or this or that. It was just done. And I don't know how you did it.
I used IEMT. So I used the eye movement. We got you moving your eyes.
Yeah.
And you were quite, well, you were quite tearful that evening, but it was out of relief and you were speaking to people.
As I was saying to my friends that night, it was incredibly cathartic. You gave me a very good analogy about the splinter going in.
Yeah.
It's painful going in and it's painful going out. But you kind of knew that the splinter wasn't in there anymore.
Yeah. So basically, it's something that causes a trauma and something can relieve it, a very short things. And it's the time in the middle that's kind of the painful problem, really. So we did this, like I say, it was 20 minutes, like 3 days ago. How have you been? How has sleep been? How have these images been? What's life been like?
A lot better. A lot better. The first time I spoke to you, I slept that night like a normal sleep. The problem is because for quite a few weeks, my sleep patterns have been so all over the place. It's just adjusting back to getting my sleep patterns.
Yeah.
But actually sleeping, the waking up and somebody's over you or the night terrors have got, they have definitely gone.
And what's your general anxiety levels like now and being in your own home?
Oh, much better. I think tonight will be a tester because Fridays are always a trigger for me. It happened on a Friday night, that morning. But I'm not dreading it the way that I normally dread. I've dreaded every Friday since this has happened.
And the thing is, it's like when you go into sleep in a dread feeling, dreams can often be created by the emotion you're having when you go to sleep. So if you're feeling dread, your brain can actually create that as a dream. So if you're feeling more relaxed and happy, hopefully, or as you said, the actual tremor, the night terrors and stuff have gone, subsided. And again, it's about now relearning.
A flashback since I've spoken to you at all.
You haven't had any flashbacks at all?
No.
None. So basically, in 15 minutes of using IEMT,
yes,
you'd had 3 weeks of turmoil and anxiety and sleepless nights, and having this picture of this guy above you and going to sleep, waking up and having night terrors, and after 15 minutes, your anxiety levels have dropped massively.
Definitely,
you're sleeping. These memories have gone.
They've gone.
There we go. And what was it like to actually have IEMT? What was the experience like?
Um, they're very cathartic.
Mm.
You could almost feel like something was being released from you.
Yeah.
Felt lighter. It's I don't know, you feel like the bad bit's been sucked out. Don't know how.
No.
You'd walk away a little bit like, what just happened?
Yeah.
What did you just do?
But it
But
wasn't like a freaky, weird thing. It wasn't like you didn't do anything. That was simply, I got you to hold the image whilst moving your eyes in some different ways, and that's it.
yeah, I can't explain it to people. I've tried.
I know it is hard to do.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've done brilliantly well. I know, obviously, you went through this really harrowing thing. And like I say, this is hopefully now just part of your past, and you can move on. Use this as an opportunity to really grow as a person and actually change, sort of what you're doing. Getting back to your confident self, once you get your sleep back into good rhythm.
Yeah. So
Cool. Well, thank you very much for taking this time to speak to me. And
thank you, because I thought I could have ended up a basket case.
well, unfortunately, like, if trauma is not treated properly, if it's not resolved, it can lead to serious conditions. But we got this in its early stage, and
Because I think this could have magnified into something worse.
absolutely.
Stop that.
Well, you're very welcome, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay.
Well, I hope to meet you on Monday and shake your hand.
Oh, you will do. I'm giving a talk on Monday, which hopefully you're going to come down to.
It's 7:30, is it? 7:30?
Yeah, I'll send you the details.
No, the link. I'll just check it again.
Yeah.
I hope you in person and shake your hand. Thank
Cool.
you very much.
You're very welcome.